What a match this will be. An MMA fight in the heavyweight division. 3 rounds, 5 minutes. In the blue corner, 35 years old, 109.8 kilograms. He stands 185 centimeters tall. 38 fights, 28 wins, and 10 losses. Over the years, we have seen him in the most prestigious cages in ring all across Europe. He is definitely an MMA veteran. Ladies and gentlemen, Dion, the Soldier, starting! And his opponent in the red corner, 23 years old, 109.3 kilograms, standing 196 centimeters tall, 10 fights, 8 wins, 2 draws, and 0 losses. Without a doubt, he is the most talented Croatian heavyweight of this moment. And so far in the FFC, he is undefeated, taking all his victories in the first round. Ladies and gentlemen, Ante Walking Trouble Delija!
So there we go from our lovely Barbara Schnellenberg, giving us the tale of the tape between these two modern-day gladiators. And Dion starring from the Netherlands, Holland, which is where Barbara reigns from originally, now living in Milano, Italiano. She's a multi-linguist speaking person, as is Peter Linker, our lovely, fabulous MCs that I'm privileged to be sat here ringside with. It's just, I'm in such good company. Now, in the company of the ring, ladies and gentlemen, these gladiators. The Croatian stands above the beast, Ante Delija, 10 fights. I think he's undefeated, most of them won all in the first round. He rains heavily down upon Dion starring. Is it going to be another first round emphatic win for the Fight Channel star here in Croatia? Is this guy the new Mirko Krokop, people call him? That's the veteran there, age 38. With equally as many fights from Holland, I'm sure has seen this before. Happy there to just lay back, use his legs. Big kick comes in there. And he just plays to the crowd. Looking to ground and pound, and there it goes. Ante, the man from here in Croatia, fighting in front of his home crowd, which will obviously inspire him and build him up. But the man from Holland, like I said, he's been there before, 3 times as many fights, the veteran of the sport, experience, takes a head kick, goes in again there with a nice right hand, drops down on him, rains down with some ground and pound. Dion happy to remain in this position and try and fight from the floor. But he's coming under some heavy duty fire. The soldier is being shot at. He's grounding, he's pounding, the crowd are cheering, but the soldier is not giving up. Let's give him Ante a little bit of breathing space, because he must have took quite a lot out of his energy there. Going to the leg lock, gets out of that nicely, but he's up on his feet. Looking already a bit marked up from that heavy duty rain of punches. Nose starting to bleed already. Oh, Dion lands a nice knee, covers up with some punches, takes a low kick, takes some big hands, goes into the clinch, goes in for the underhook. Both fighters now will test each other's balance. Dion with his back to the ring with blood profusely coming from his nose. Quite clear, he's looking at the crowd. There's a lot of blood coming out of that nose. And wipes it off. He gets straight back into battle. The soldier has been here before. And I'm sure a bloodied nose won't stop him. Ante there looking for the kill. Going this first leg sweep, leg takedown, but he's managed to nullify that. Using his experience there, Dion. Holding his head down there. He's got his legs, but he's got his head at the same time. So both fighters getting an equal share of that lock. Oh, the knee goes in there to Ante's face. Not enough to rock him. Everyone thought this was going to be over very, very quickly. But it's stood 2 minutes of this action. Sorry, it stood 4 minutes of this. Remember, this is 3 5-minute rounds. I do apologise. It's less than a minute left in this first round. Like I said, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And the soldier from Holland, they made up lie down easily, the Dutch. Tough breed of fighters, and from Mike's gym as well. A good gym there in Holland. He's standing toe-to-toe there, and throws the high kick up, showing that he has still got plenty left in the tank. Now this is going to be a different place for Ante if it goes into the second round, because all his fights pretty much have been won in the first round. He hasn't lost. He's had 8 wins all in the first round. He's had 2 draws, so he's actually unbeaten. Goes in 10 seconds now. So new territory for this man. When I say new territory, what I mean is he has actually had 2 draws, so they did go the distance. But in all the rest of his fights, 8 of the fights have all been finished in the first round. So he's not been able to deliver that first round dilemma for his opponent. Dion starring some big shots, but covered up nicely, played the game a little bit. Ante Delija decided after a big rain of blows to step back, take a breather, because he must have used a lot of energy up there in that exchange. And the exchange, should I say, was coming pretty much one way. Big shots coming in there. A nice guard from Dion, the Dutch soldier, who's playing the game really well. So he stood the Nemesis first round. That's something that Dion probably wanted to do as well. In his mind, he's thinking, well, this guy's took out 8 of his opponents in the first. I don't want to be his 9th. He's only had 10 fights, but he hasn't lost. Now, first off the stool and looking a bit fresher is Dion. Has Ante used up too much in that first round? Let's see what happens. Round 2. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Heavyweights, both fighters tipping the scales at 109 kilos. And it's this time it's Dion taking him down with a leg sweep and into the side mount. Good position there. Dion. Going in a nice knee there. Going for it again. There are 2 knees there. Going into the body. Nice backhand there to the side of the head too. This is where the experience will come in for the Dutchman. This is what we're talking about. Well, this is a different place now for Ante. He thought it was going to be all over in the first. He's taking some heavy duty shots himself now. As we always say, there's no accounting for experience. So things are turning round. The tide is turning slightly now in this second round, but it's still early doors. So did he use up too much, Ante, in that first round? Takes another knee to the head. This is, remember, this like Pride rules. The UFC are not allowed to use the elbow down from down north to south or the knee. They can use it in Pride. The knee, well, it goes in again. Like I said, experience, I believe, here from the Dutchman is playing a big part now in this battle of the heavyweights, and the Croatian crowd have gone a little bit quieter now, knowing it's not just a one-sided affair like it looks in the first round. The knee rains in, ooh, solid knee. Trying to put his hand there, don't want to take another one of those. He's not in a good place at the moment. He's going to take his back, and again, that's a bad place to be. The Dutchman is playing the game well. Even spins him over. He knows what he's doing. Going for the stamp now. Everything but the kitchen sink. Ante is in a world of pain right now, and I think really burnt himself out a little bit in the first round, and this what might be and could constitute to the decision. But like I said, things can change on the flip of a coin. You know and I know in any striking art, in mixed martial arts, when he needs one arm lock, leg lock, guillotine, strike, wrist lock, look, he's going for it there, can just completely and utterly change the game, and he's got him. Got him with a triangle and on the arm bar, sorry. Yeah, triangle arm bar. Well,
did he tap out?
So, yeah, he tapped out. Well, a tap out and a submission there coming from the Dutchman over the anticipated future star Ante Delija in front of his home crowd, as I think, and maybe I read the game, takes a big kick there. I don't like to say I know what I'm talking about because I always get it wrong. But I've seen enough fights to know that sometimes this is what can happen. The Dutchman very pleased, taking a lot of punishment in the first round, only to rise through and come back bigger, stronger, harder, faster, and prove himself. That was how to play the game. Dion starring, ladies and gentlemen, taking out Ante Delija in the second round. Big shock for the Croatian. It's not what they wanted. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the nature of the beast.
And the winner!
And the winner, if you can get his t-shirt on. There we go. He's in. He's on.
There we go. And the winner, by submission in the second round, from the blue corner, Dion, the soldier, starting!
Well, for a 39-year-old, I think, or 38-year-old, sorry, with 39 fights, that guy has just proved himself against a guy 15 years his younger, his youth. And obviously a disappointed Ante, who was looking like he was going to be the man of the match in the first round, but I do believe he just burnt out a little bit, and the inexperience played part.
Three-fight losing streak. At the beginning of the fight, you were in a lot of trouble. You managed to prevail and to win by Kimura in the second round. Yes. I want to give you guys some action, so and I'm back now after 3 losses. I'm training for more fights, more winnings, and wars like this. It was truly a war. Thank you very much, Mr. Starring. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Fight channel. Thanks, Mr. Orsat. Hope to see you guys soon.
So there, big thanks to Orsat, our promoter, the man who made this all happen.